Today I will be speaking to you about effective listening skills. Skills that determine not only what is listened to, but also what is heard and understood, inevitably reflecting what you thought the speaker was trying to say. Without these skills, would you hear properly what the speaker wanted you to hear? So the first step, listen actively. This obviously means it is not a passive act. You have to put forth an effort. You have to act like an active listener would act, both with your body posture, maybe nodding your head occasionally. The next step, listen for the total meaning of what the speaker is trying to say, both by verbal and nonverbal actions that they might take. Maybe some contradictions in speech. Maybe their body posture themselves doesn't reflect what they're talking about and the topic that they're talking about. Don't disregard, however, the literal meaning to uncover a hidden meaning. However, if you see someone, they're talking about one thing, they have a totally different body posture, they have a totally different outlook looking at them, try not to disregard what they're saying. Still try to take in what they are saying and get the entire point of their speech. And then lastly, on this portion, don't filter out difficult or unpleasant messages, whether it be something that you feel strongly about, maybe like abortion. A lot of people feel strongly about that. If someone's going to talk to you about being pro-abortion, don't come in having your own opinion. Try to hear what the author is trying to say and what the speaker is trying to get across. The next step would be listen with empathy. Try to see through their eyes and hear through their ears to get a full picture altogether. And some of the things, there's two different parts of listening with empathy. The empathy that you feel for the speaker and the empathetic response. I'm going to go on a little bit about the empathetic response. There's thinking empathy, which would be kind of like nodding your head in approval. That way the author or the speaker knows that you're listening and you're understanding. And then there's feeling empathy, maybe some facial expressions. If someone's talking about something sad and you have a smile on your face while they're talking, it's probably not a good indication that you're listening very effectively. Next, listen with an open mind. Avoid prejudging. Delay positive or negative outlooks until you receive the whole picture. Okay, so again, going back to the abortion thing, if you come into a speech that's talking about pro-abortion, you have to be prepared for that, and you have to be ready to still hear what they want to talk to you about and what they have to say. Avoid assimilation. That's when you restructure messages to reflect your own opinion. So I don't know how you would do that really with abortion, but there's other topics that you could possibly do that in. Okay? So, the next one. Listen ethically. Right? Give the speaker an honest hearing without having already formed your opinion, which we just talked about. Give honest responses and feedback. Okay? Don't nod at him if you're not really listening. Be honest with the speaker so that he knows you're listening, so that he knows you're understanding. Because he might need to go back and cover a couple more things if he needs to. And he can tell that by the way that he visualizes you're listening. So, in conclusion, we've talked about different forms of effective listening and what actually builds up to equal effective listening. Those steps were listen actively, listen for total meaning, listen with empathy, listen with an open mind, listen ethically. With these skills, the next speech you listen to may be understood much more realistically than any you have ever listened to.